Hey guys, welcome back to my beauty stash, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steff. I would love to have you become part of our makeup family, so be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Today I'm going to be trying out another new foundation. Guys, foundation reviews, concealer reviews, eyeshadow palettes. Those are the top three here on my channel. Foundation is likely one of my most favorite things to do. It could be the most favorite, even more than eyeshadow palettes, but I have a new luxury foundation from GIVENCHY. This is the Prisme Libre Skin Caring Matte Foundation. I picked up a different shade because I have the glow version over here. And are they both different? Yeah. This one, the glow, is a lighter shade. It is shade 1W100. And then this one that I got, the new one that we're going to be trying out today, is 2W100. This one is a lighter shade, the glow version. This is 1-W100. And this other one, the matte version, which we're going to be trying today, is 2-W110. So I will be swatching them. You'll see the swatches after the application portion of the video. And I'm also going to swatch it next to this Dior Forever Matte Foundation. I have this one in the shade 1W. I have a feeling that these two right here, the new one from GIVENCHY and from Dior, I have a feeling they're going to be almost the same shade. But the Dior one fits me perfectly. I found that this one, the glow version of the GIVENCHY, is a little too light. So in a way, I'm glad I picked this up. I'm glad it's a different shade. This is going to be a 2-day, 10-hour wear test over this new matte foundation. I want to give you some quick specifics so we can see if this is going to be a foundation that you're indeed going to want to try out. I know a lot of you out there, you love your luxury makeup, and there is no crime in that. This new one dropped a couple days ago on the Sephora site. It retails for $49, and you do get 1 ounce of product. There are 35 different shades that I can see on the Sephora website, whereas in the glow version, there's 1 shade more. So 36 in the glow, 35 in the matte. This new matte foundation is going to provide medium coverage, whereas the glow is only a light coverage. So already, guys, I have it on. I just applied it. This is like maybe 20 minutes in. I do like the coverage. Of course, it's a liquid formulation. It claims to be long wearing, waterproof, as well as hydrating. And of course, it's going to have the matte finish. So this is another one of those foundations that, of course, is making those skincare claims, meaning the more you use it, the better your skin is going to look over time. You take that for what you will. I don't necessarily agree with that. And I don't really think it's true. I think my skincare, what I use before I apply my makeup, that's what's going to help my skin look better over time, not my foundation. But anyway, it says a skincare infused, long-lasting matte foundation that is lightweight and natural while blurring and addressing imperfections for 24 hours. Now, not going to be wearing it for 24 hours, thankfully, but I am going to be doing 2-day, 10-hour wear with this one. It says that the highlighted ingredients, and I hope I pronounce this right, is capucine extract, which is going to support skin's natural radiance, pink clay that helps to nourish the skin, and annatto extract that encourages clarity and helps reduce the appearance of pores, all of which are things that I look for in a foundation. This is my first foundation review as a 40-year-old woman. I cannot believe that. So we're gonna see how this wears on my 40-year-old normal to oily skin. If it is your first time here on my channel, welcome. I just had a birthday over the weekend and I turned the big 4-0, but I am a normal to oily skin type, oily primarily in my T-zone. My major concerns are still the same as they've been for a while now. Large visible pores, especially like on my nose and into here. I do have old acne scars and minor discoloration on the sides of my cheeks. That is always where I like to build up coverage, and of course these little pesky fine lines under the eye areas. Thank God those are the major concerns, and that's not really too bad, right? That's not really too much. The perimeter of my face is pretty much normal. It's just my T-zone, especially my nose, that is the oiliest place on my face. So how this 2-day 10-hour wear test is going to go is on day 1, which is today, I'm going to apply the foundation on camera with no helping products, no primer, no powder, no setting spray. I'm not even gonna do blush, bronzer, or highlighter. I just have the foundation. I have some concealer under the eye area only and some setting powder under the eye area only, and that's it. And we're gonna see how it wears. I go throughout my day, I give you guys some check-ins, and we see how it does all by itself. On day two, I usually don't film the application portion of that video. I just come on and show you, tell you what I went in with, let you see how the skin is looking with all of those helping products like primer, powder, concealer, maybe spot concealing, but although I don't feel like I even needed to today, even if I was able to, and probably the rest of my makeup with blush, bronzer, and highlighter. And then I will wrap up this 2-day, 10-hour wear review tomorrow, and we will see how this new one from Givenchy is performing. And guys, of course, I will have all the makeup that I'm wearing, both on and off camera, linked in the description box of today's video. Some of those links might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. It really does help. It really does help. And guys, whenever you see me with one of these little scarves, 9 times out of 10, they're from the Dollar Tree. So let's get started with this 2-day, 10-hour wear test, guys. If y'all want to see the new Givenchy foundation in action, keep on watching. All right, guys, let's start applying this new matte foundation from Givenchy. I'm gonna do, let's see, that's what 2 pumps looks like. So I'm gonna do the right side of my face with my favorite makeup brush. This is the BK Beauty 101 foundation brush, and I'll do the left side with a damp beauty sponge. Again, today, day 1, I am not going to be wearing this with any primer, powder, setting spray. I don't even think I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, just some concealer, and I will do a little bit of under eye powder for the concealer. So I was looking at the shades that I got, or the shade that I got in the Skin Caring Glow foundation, and that one's a little bit lighter, 1 shade lighter than this one. So I didn't have it on me when I bought this one. And right now I think it only says online that you can purchase. But I actually think I wore this foundation yesterday during my Gwen Stefani video, the Give by Gwen Stefani makeup line video. And I had it on for a few hours and it looked really great. And it paired nice with her new primer, which is actually this one right here. This is the Give All-Time Prime Multi-Use Prep and Soothing facial oil. So, okay, I can smell the scent. Givenchy definitely has fragrance in their products. I think most of you all who've used the brand, you know that, you expect that. But it's definitely something that is noticeable. It will go away, but yeah, it's I'm smelling it as I'm applying it. Now this gives really nice coverage. Really nice matte finish once again, but it's going on really well with this brush too. And I used this brush yesterday to apply the foundation. I did a little bit on camera in case you haven't seen that video, but I wanted to try it out. This is always the area right here where I like to build up coverage. So I won't be doing any spot concealing today, just under eye. So we're gonna see how this builds up, but I think it's building up really well. I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? All right, guys, so here's one side done and not done. Definitely see a nice coverage. I like the shade. Once again, the shade is 2W110. Okay, so now I'm going to take my damp beauty sponge. This is also the one I used yesterday. And start pressing in. So I don't have much left because I took a big wipe off with the beauty sponge. But I think I'm going to prefer this with the makeup brush and then just press over everything with the sponge. Yeah, because look, I'm already done. So I'm going to go in with the brush in this area just to build up the coverage. And then I'm just going to like press over everything also with the brush. All right, so here is how the complexion is looking. I think it looks really nice, very smooth, perfect shade good coverage, and I like the finish. It doesn't totally look matte. It still has, maybe because it hasn't, you know, really sat down yet, but it still has a bit of a little sheen to it, and I love that. For concealer, I'm gonna go in with the new one from Dior, the Backstage Flash Perfector. I use the shade 1W, and I'm using the BK Beauty A506 to blend that in. And the setting powder I'm using is the Urban Decay All Nighter Loose Setting Powder, and just for my under eye area. Alright guys, so here's how the complexion is looking. Let me take a closer look at it. Oh, it looks nice. It's not sitting on top of the skin. It has absorbed well into the skin, providing good coverage. This really looks nice. It still feels tacky. And it does, I guess it does look matte. It looks more of like, I guess, a satin matte, maybe? I'm sure that'll change once it settles down, but I will be wearing this for the next 10 hours, so I will be back during my lunch break to be the first check-in of the day, and we'll see how this new Givenchy Prisme Libre Skin Caring Matte Foundation is going to perform on my 40-year-old, oh my goodness, 40-year-old normal to oily skin. Hey guys, 5-hour check-in here with this new one from Givenchy. This is what my complexion is looking like. I think it looks really good, really nice. I don't see this as a matte foundation either. I see it with a natural finish almost. Well, it's been 5 hours with no touch-ups, but it's not caking up. It hasn't settled into any fine lines. It's just looking really good. It hasn't lost coverage. I think the coverage is phenomenal. I would even put this at a little bit more than medium coverage. I didn't spot conceal. I only put concealer under my eye area. I think this looks really pretty. I think it looks really, really nice. It still feels a little tacky, like I need some setting powder. So I have a feeling tomorrow it's gonna look and feel a whole lot better than it does right now. But first impressions, 5 hours in, this is pretty awesome. I will be back once I get home from work, and we'll see what this is looking like at the 10-hour mark. Hey guys, 10-hour check-in here with this new one from Givenchy, and this is what my complexion is looking like. I definitely think that you can see that my oils have started to come through, a little bit shiny on my forehead, and I'm definitely a bit shiny on my nose. It is starting to look a bit makeup-y right in here, and of course around my mouth, but this is typically the area that breaks down first on me. And then even a little bit right here. Now this could be the concealer, or it could also be from the foundation, because I did put concealer like in this area. But you know, it still looks nice. I think if I just was to touch it up with some setting powder, I think it would look even better. But I really love the coverage. I really love the shade. I think the coverage is intact. It stayed a good coverage all day long. The shade is fantastic. I like the way it felt. It doesn't feel like thick and makeup-y. It's definitely on the lighter side, but I do feel like it needs to be powdered down. I've kind of felt like that all day long. So I'm going to be really anxious to see how it does tomorrow. I mean, if it did this well, I'd say it did well today. Without any helping products, I think it's going to be really, really good tomorrow. So I will check in with you guys in the morning after I apply all my makeup. I'll let you know what products I went in with. And then we'll see at the end of tomorrow how this new one from Givenchy is wearing on my 40-year-old normal to oily skin. Stay tuned. Good morning, guys. This is the hour-and-a-half check-in on this day 2 of me trying out the new Givenchy matte foundation. This eye right here, I don't know, it got like really cakey. I think it was the eye gel that I had on. It didn't mix with the concealer. So if this area looks a little funny, it has nothing to do with the foundation. It is all like the concealer and eye cream, whatnot, but everything else is looking good. I definitely noticed that with the setting powder, I used the Huda Beauty Easy Bake, or is that what it's called? The sugar cookie setting powder. I use that all over. Definitely makes it matte. So if there was a little of a natural finish yesterday, which I did notice, it's not looking like that today. It's definitely matte and it feels better. Like it doesn't feel tacky or anything like that. I'm using the LYS Triple Fix Primer. It is a gripping primer, the KVD Good Apple Concealer, and the Benefit Professional or No Pore Setting Spray. So that's what I have going on. I will have everything in the description box of today's video in case you want to check anything out. But so far so good. Loving the way it looks. I will see you guys in about 4 hours for the midday check-in, and of course at the end of the day to give you my final thoughts to wrap up this 2-day 10-hour wear test with the new Givenchy Matte Foundation. Hey guys, 5-hour check-in here, and this is how the complexion is looking. The one thing I will say about this foundation is it doesn't settle into any fine lines. I have one right here where foundation likes to settle. This one hasn't done that. It didn't do it yesterday. It didn't do it today. I feel like now, 4 hours later from my first check-in of today, I feel like now I'm getting a little bit of a glow, like a nice natural glow, which I'm totally fine with. The foundation feels good. I think it looks good. It's just, you know, it was around my eye area. Now it's even doing it over here. I think my eye gel, it's a one from Dermalogica, and the KVD Good Apple Concealer, and then with the powder, I don't think those three mixed well together at all. So if, again, anything looks a little funny, like right in this area, has nothing to do with this foundation. Everywhere else, I think it looks flawless. Love the coverage, love the shade. So far, guys, it's doing really, really well, but it has 5 more hours to go, and I will check in with you guys later to wrap up today's wear test. Hey guys, 10-hour check-in. We have finally wrapped up this 2-day wear test, trying out the new Givenchy Prisme Libre Skin Caring Matte Foundation. And this is how my complexion is looking. I mean, I still definitely have coverage. The foundation is definitely still on, but it is starting, you know, to look a little makeup-y the way it did yesterday around my nose and right here around my mouth and my chin especially. I'm not really liking the way my chin looks, but I would say everywhere else it looks pretty good. And for no touch-ups the last 10 hours, I think I did all right. Now, you all asked me to compare this to the newly reformulated Dior Forever matte foundation. I think that this one has less of a fragrance, but I feel like I get more coverage from the Givenchy, but I feel like this Dior one lasts a little bit better. It looks a little bit better at the 10-hour mark versus this one from Givenchy. Now, for me, the best thing about this Givenchy foundation is the coverage and also the finish. Even though it is a matte foundation, you will still get a natural little subtle glow as the day progresses, especially if you are a oily skin type, a normal to oily skin type, such as myself. I think if you're full on dry skin, this might be okay, I don't think I would recommend this for full-on dry skin, but maybe if you're on the normal to dry side, because it does have hydrating properties in it, I think you might be okay. But full-on dry skin, I don't know. I mean, this did a good job of not settling into my fine lines. It didn't really accentuate my pores or texture. But since it is matte, I don't know if full-on dry skin, I think you all would be better off going with the glow version of this particular foundation. However, you do get more coverage from this matte one versus that one. Way more coverage with this one versus the glow version of it. So I liked it. I definitely like this one better than the glow one. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mix them together and see what I can come up with. I like this one better because of the coverage. So I think it did pretty good. For $49, I'll let you decide if it's worth it or not. That is a pretty hefty price tag, but the Dior foundation is $52, and
I'm okay with paying that because it's Dior and because I really love Dior complexion products. I trust Dior complexion products to get me through the day. But this one from Givenchy, it's a nice alternative. I will put it as a close second to the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. But now I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you thought about this new one from Givenchy. I know a lot of you were excited for today's or for this video to come out, for the wear test, the review, and hopefully I was able to answer some of your questions, and hopefully you're able to make a good buy. Okay, so my light just turned off. I need to obviously go charge it, but like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I hope this video was helpful to you guys. I hope it makes you or allows you to make a good buying decision, whether you're going to purchase this new foundation from Givenchy or not. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.